You're gonna notice a lot more cowboy hats and plaid for the next week and a half because it's the annual Calgary Stampede, which is just a huge rodeo and an excuse to get drunk outside and be slightly racist. Once again, a very rainy day here in Calgary. There is thunder, there is lightning. It is like I am living in the Old Testament here right now because this was a harrowing drive to get to the gym here tonight. I am telling you, there were moments where there was cars passing me on both sides and they would like sploosh up all, because I can't think of a better adjective, they would sploosh up all this water and it would cover my car and I couldn't see for like 2 seconds. I'm like, well, hopefully there's nothing in front of me because there's no way of me knowing. I'm gonna go and get my rock hard boat. There it goes. Did you see that? Maybe you saw that. I'm gonna go get my rock hard bod. Gonna match Zeus, throwing some lightning bolts. I'm such a dork. And as is the case with most Albertan weather, we just had to wait 5 minutes. I continue watching Voltron on Netflix. One thing I didn't do at all last night was film. I'm getting really bad at remembering to do something until like way after. I watched my first UFC fight last night with Brock Lesnar. Is the only reason why I wanted to watch it, because of course of his wrestling background, and I have to say, I was half and half. Some of it I really like, some of it is just grown men hugging really aggressively, but that's what it was. I was actually on the edge of my seat. It's a real fight, and I was like, I'm kind of pulling for Brock Lesnar, but it's like, this guy can one punch him possibly. And one thing that's crazy amazing is that I think he's like 6'8", 270 pounds, Brock Lesnar is. But the fact that he can go from crouching to standing in like half a second, like he is so quick. I'm geeking out a bit. I worked hard today. I'm tired. I'm going to bed pretty soon. Garrett comes home tonight, finally. Shush. And I'm having my famous mango chicken. The rice is cooking over there. And I'm just going to put my feet up. Oh. I have turned 33 this morning. Look at that. It's a Rambo. So I'm doing another live show. If you don't know, I did this last year. I'm doing another live show on August 25th this year, and I was about to go and pay for my rental deposit, but apparently someone didn't send me the right invoice, so I have to wait to give them my money. Garrett's back.
Hi.
Yummy, 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 a ramen in my tummy. But it is starting to rain yet again. That seems to be the recurring theme of July, where it's nothing but rain. It's like I'm living in Vancouver or Seattle. Well, just as I was leaving the ramen place, finally the invoice got sent to me. So very soon, in about a month, my name is going to be up in those lights. So super exciting. Stay tuned. Remember last week where I was railing against the fact that I was watching too much stuff? Well, one of my great pleasures here recently has been revisiting the Gilmore Girls on Netflix, just because the new miniseries or whatever it is going to be released here very soon, and I'm not going to get through the entire series before that gets released, but I have been loving going back to it. I have not really watched it since it originally aired, and my dirty secret of the Gilmore Girls is that I pretended not to like it when I was a teenager because I had to be cool, and I still had that, you know, internalized hatred, homophobia, all that other stuff, that I couldn't like things that girls liked, or else people were going to get on to the fact that I like guys. And so I watched it from afar. My mother and my sister really liked the show, and I had to like sit there and like, this is dumb, but secretly like laughed and like loved the entire thing. So don't be the guy that I used to be. Just like the things you like. So I didn't do anything super fun on my birthday, so I'm going to do it tonight and go to a locked room.
Especially with our company, because we kind of need
puzzles and complete challenges to unlock your way through the various locks, with the eventual goal of escaping from the room.
Totally killed it. I am now 100% on escape rooms, which is great. We evaded the sinister study. Well, here's one of those things that I couldn't talk to you about last week. I'm about to try and make a short comedy video. I've always wanted to learn how to skateboard, but my gangliness, I am afflicted by the gangles, prevents me from being really good at any type of sports activity. So I'm hoping this is gonna be as fun as it can be. This is the death machine I've picked. Well, Matt, we just filmed an epic video together.
We did.
I'm hoping that it turns out okay. I fell, well, just once, I guess.
It wasn't too bad, actually. I think your
my special. No, yeah, it's gonna be a big reveal. Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know how time works, so it'll probably be up after this video goes up. Yeah, now you're just showing off.
There we go. There we go. Now we got it. How awkward can it be?
You're like a fawn on ice.
Stars on.
You know, I haven't done this in such a long time, but because of the filming I was doing this morning and so, like the party stuff from last night, I wasn't prioritizing my time properly, and so I am uploading today's video, this is being Thursday when I'm filming this, really late. Like, I have my videos normally pre-posted so that they go live at 4 o'clock my time. It is currently what? It is 2:16 p.m. and it is not yet done. I have a feeling that YouTube won't let me pre-post it if it's under the hour, so today's video might be late, which is the first time I'm going to conservatively it's easy for me to say this. Conservatively, I think it's been 3 years since I made a mistake like that, so bad Kyle. Well, the crisis has been averted. My video got posted in time, but on my day off, I have to go back into work for just a second because there's some weirdness going on with my next assignment. I'm going to Austin again in a couple weeks, but hotels are few and far between, so I have to go and figure something out at work. All right, I think everything has been figured out. It's booking travel through a workplace is some of the most aggravating things I've ever had to deal with. Because if it was myself, all I would do is like, yeah, this is the flight I want, this is the hotel I want. I don't have to go through like 7 levels of people to okay the expenses. It's like, yeah, I want the Ritz-Carlton. And what do you mean I can't take free towels? It also helps if you try and open the right car in the parking lot. That was embarrassing. You know, the only thing is that my personality is that even though I'm pretty sure everything is taken care of, there's just going to be this oppressive like cloud over my head on my next 3 days off, because there's going to be in the back of my mind like, is everything okay? If when I fly down there in 2 weeks, is there going to be a problem? Am I not going to be able to have a place to stay? Is this just going to be a huge complete like mess of a time? Anyways, I'm going to try and not think about all that, and I'm going to relax by watching a movie, and I'm going to watch Green Room, which is kind of like a horror movie, so I don't know how relaxing this is going to be. Honestly, just what I needed. You know what? I've never been that huge of a fan of like gross out gore and blood and guts, like those types of films. It's never really done anything for me. And yet, this movie, Green Room, is simultaneously one of the grossest movies I've ever watched, just based on some of the scenes that happen. And yet I was absorbed the entire time. I needed to know what was going to happen next. I wanted to make sure that our main character, made it to the end. And it was just, it was really good. I highly recommend you going and watching it. Unless you are queasy or really don't like violence, then don't watch it, because this is not going to do you any favors. This director also did another movie called Blue Ruin, which is also on Netflix. So if you haven't seen that, I'd also check that out. Also kind of violent, but again, story is so good that he's just like, I need to know what's going to happen next. Anyways, back to Gilmore Girls.
Proving he's the best in the world. Big yes right now.
All right, so in between watching Gilmore Girls and movies, I am also watching the Cruiserweight Classic from the WWE. They've cobbled together a bunch of wrestlers from all over the world that aren't contracted to their company and doing this kind of 10-week-long tournament, which I've been a pretty big fan of. And one of the wrestlers is Mr. Kota Ibushi, one of my favorite wrestlers, who I might have a small crush on. I said a small crush, Garrett. I talk about him all the time. Well, I just finished at the gym and had some lunch here at something called Booster Juice. Smoothies and chicken wraps is really their specialty. And I am not feeling the best. Partly because I've tried some new exercises. A friend of mine, Ken, who I work with, who's really into the whole fitness and bodybuilding thing, helped me out. Thanks, Ken. Showed me some pointers. But last night, I got kind of sick. I felt like a fever. I was shivering. during the night. I probably shouldn't have come to the gym, but I decided to anyways, and now I feel like a big old pair of balls. So I think I'm gonna go home and sleep it off. Oh, how weird. It's arc weather outside in Calgary for the last friggin' 7 days. Oh, this week is gonna end on a sour note. Every part of me hurts. Every like nerve ending is just in pain. And all I wanna do is sleep all day long. That's what I'm gonna do.